Introduction to Veterinary Medicine. Introduction to the module. This module will provide a brief introduction to veterinary medicine and the duties of a veterinarian. Topics to be covered: veterinary medicine, responsibilities, private practice, working with large animals, careers in veterinary medicine, practice settings. Veterinary medicine. Veterinary medicine is implementing medical, diagnostic, and therapeutic principles to companion, domestic, exotic, wildlife, and production animals. Veterinary science is crucial to studying and protecting animal production practices, herd health, and monitoring the spread of widespread disease. It requires acquiring and applying scientific information in multiple disciplines and using technical skills towards disease prevention in both domestic and wild animals. Human health is protected by veterinary science, working closely with numerous medical professionals by closely monitoring livestock health and its unique training in epidemiology and emerging zoonotic diseases worldwide. Veterinary medicine is informally as old as the human or animal bond, but it has grown exponentially because of the availability of advanced diagnostic and treatment techniques for most species. Animals nowadays frequently receive advanced medical, dental, and surgical care involving insulin injections, root canals, hip replacements, cataract extractions, and pacemakers. Veterinarians help ensure the quality, quantity, and security of food supplies by preserving livestock health and inspecting the meat itself. Veterinary researchers are significant in chemical, biological, and pharmacological research. Responsibilities. Veterinarians are animal doctors. Veterinarians provide healthcare for pets, livestock, exotic animals and zoos, sporting animals, and laboratory animals. Diagnose medical problems. Treat illnesses and diseases. Set broken bones. Dress wounds. Prescribe and administer medications. Perform surgery. Inoculate animals against diseases. Like human doctors, veterinarians use medical equipment such as stethoscopes, surgical instruments, and sophisticated diagnostic equipment such as radiography, X-rays, and ultrasound. Veterinarians work with people too. They advise owners on how to care for their animals to keep them healthy and safe and provide help during the breeding process. In some cases, they are called upon to protect humans from contagious diseases carried by animals. Veterinarians working with food-producing animals and horses are required to recognize individual animals that are affected with a particular, recognizable pathologic lesion, biochemical or metabolic deficit, nutritional deficiency. These problems result in recognizable clinical signs such as fever, dyspnea, convulsions, or lameness. This is traditional veterinary medicine based on a transposition of attitudes and behavior from human medicine. Private practice. Veterinarians in small animal medicine are general practitioners. The healthcare they provide includes: diagnose animal health problems, vaccinate against diseases such as distemper and rabies, prescribe and administer medications, treat and dress wounds, set broken bones, hygiene services such as flea dips and shots, perform surgery. spay and neuter. Routine checkups. Advise pet owners about animal nutrition, preventative medicines, behavior, and breeding. Perform euthanasia when an animal is suffering and can't be helped. Working with large animals. The large animal veterinarian prevents and treats disease and injury among individual animals and herds. On a typical day, one of these doctors might take blood samples from dairy cows to check for disease, vaccinate an entire herd of sheep, deliver a calf by cesarean section, monitor nutrition and housing conditions, inspect feed mold, fungus, and insects, treat a horse for cuts from a barbed wire fence, examine a pregnant mare, advise owners on how to increase production. Careers in veterinary medicine. If you are looking for a way to turn your love of animals into a satisfying, lifelong career, veterinary medicine could be for you. Being a veterinarian is much like being a doctor for people. A veterinarian is the primary health care provider for animals. A veterinarian prevents disease by giving shots, diagnosing and treating illnesses, examining and treating injuries, performing surgery, delivering babies, prescribes and administers medications, and advises people on keeping their animals healthy. Veterinarians also help keep people healthy. For example, some diseases can be passed from animals to humans. Veterinarians are doing research in different ways to prevent the spread of such diseases and hopefully wipe them out altogether. Others make sure our food is safe to eat by inspecting livestock and meat processing facilities. Practice settings. There are many different work settings for veterinarians, but most, about 75%, are private clinical practice. The remaining work is for colleges and universities, research laboratories, zoos, government agencies, and the military. Private practice. Most private practices deal with small animals, primarily pets, in a clinical setting. Government employment. About 15% of veterinarians work for some government level, and some work in sterile laboratories, monitoring communicable diseases for the public health service. Others in agricultural businesses, slaughterhouses, or meatpacking plants perform their duties as inspectors. In the military, veterinarians serve as public health officers to manage communicable diseases by monitoring and controlling animal and insect-borne diseases. Teaching and research. Veterinarians with graduate degrees teach at veterinary colleges and other health science centers. Summary. Veterinary science is crucial to the study and protection of animal production practices, herd health, and monitoring the spread of widespread disease. Veterinarians help to ensure the quality, quantity, and security of food supplies by working to preserve the health of livestock and inspecting the meat itself. Veterinarians are called upon to protect humans from contagious diseases carried by animals. The large animal veterinarian prevents and treats disease and injury among individual animals and herds. Veterinarians research ways to prevent the spread of contagious diseases and hopefully wipe them out altogether. Thank you. This is the end of this module. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.